This can put on the table. This should be key. Now, Hanzo, recently seen here in the Philippines in the MDL as a roamer, now will be playing as a jungler. I believe this should go into the hands of Sasha Jago.
Yeah,
That is correct.
we saw it played in the MDL. We saw it banned multiple times yesterday.
Twice, yeah.
BLACKLIST was also one of the teams that banned out the Hanzo.
So they saw this coming somehow.
Maybe,
Or they were
yeah.
somehow in the back of their minds they are expecting it. And there you go. What do you guys think of this one? We'll have to find out, as of course we do want your predictions as well later on. Always such a good time to predict here before the match starts. I think it's coming out on top here.
I honestly would have changed my prediction if I knew that V would be playing Estes, because that thing is a thing of beauty.
It really is.
Oh, man. And Estes. Oh, my Venus said it a lot during M4. You really want to beat us? Why are you giving us the Estes to get picked up? And Echo yesterday, still continuing the trend of giving away the Estes. They were able to defeat BLACKLIST, but now TNC seems like they think they have the strategy to beat the signature pick of BLACKLIST International. Oh my Venus, let's see if it will work out for them.
Check it out. Yue pressuring Riku, given that this is a very high sustain, high burst mid lane that TNC is rocking. By the way, Oh My Venus wearing the new Galactic Dominator skin.
Oh yeah, I actually want to ask Oh My Venus, what do you think about this? Do you like it better than the old one? It does look sharper. So
Ooh. Sasha Jago with an easy take there on the Little Wanderer.
he's level 3, by the way, very quickly.
That's how it worked. I mean,
What are the perks?
As soon as he saw it, he ate it, basic attack the purple, and Bob's your uncle.
That is just so smooth. We'll have to find out if this is going to impact the lanes a lot. Because if you don't impact the lanes, therein lies the problem. So I think Sasha Jago, he's kind of pressured to act a lot earlier than usual.
And right now, both teams still just playing it normally and traditionally. We have to really watch out for this Hanzo pickup and how well it's gonna do. I believe the last time we saw a Hanzo in MPL Philippines might have been back Season 7 or Season 8. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I think people have just been recently rediscovering how good Hanzo is.
Yeah.
And they're able to master how difficult it is to play, especially if you are off form. But Sasha Jago seems to be very confident. And yeah.
Close call. I mean, they went in deep up top. It's Cram about to get that same treatment. And he gets away, but only for a second more. First blood drawn by BLACKLIST International.
Cram going down means BLACKLIST International will most likely get this turtle without a problem. Unless Sasha Jago will commit his ultimate to try and take it away. BLACKLIST taking it way too fast. Here comes Sasha.
Oh, Renegade drop in, the greatest fighter. Lore, turtle secured rather, by Wise, but that's not gonna help the Hitman live any longer. Cold Altar set in, Escalera very low. Looking for another engage, but Oh My Venus keeps the rest of BLACKLIST alive.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, they really are incentivized to really just stick together. And that Cult Altar does wonders. It's actually it's slowing down the Hanzo's play here by a very big amount.
Yeah, and you saw there, you actually committing the pull. The Shadow Stampede from the Faramis to delay his entry just a little bit. Sasha Jago was able to get there in time, just wasn't able to beat Wise in the Retribution battle. However, this is good for TNC because now they know that they can actually contest objectives without having to risk so much for it. That it might help them cross into the mid to the late game where they'll have the damage to face it. Ooh. Escalera misses the flicker hook.
Close call, close call. But look at this pressure, look at this presence by TNC. They have to answer BLACKLIST down bottom, and they catch Ninja Killer. Gets out with a BMI Super Red, almost taken down the once known Yasuo. And Wise wants to take on Escalera. He's gonna find his man, helped by Yue, secure the kill. Now it's 3v1, Wise. Here comes the backup, Oh My Venus and Yue. Look at Cram dropping the Electro final blow. Wise very low. There's not enough damage coming in from TNC. Kinjutsu, Pinnacle Ninja set in by Sasha Jago. He doesn't have the damage quite yet. BLACKLIST walks away the victor.
This SS just has so much sustain. If you combo it with the Cold Altar, this is the reason why Estes, I think since M4 has been being banned out against BLACKLIST. Yeah, there.
Not just M4, but for the long history of this version of BLACKLIST International. And it's interesting that TNC, I wonder if it will get to the point where it will actually be, there's so much damage from the side of TNC that they can actually just withstand all the healing and still continue fighting after all the healing and sustain utilities of Blacklist International are gone.
Yeah.
Because right now, TNC are struggling.
Games like these are why you get permabanned
Yeah.
as a hero.
Oh, look at this, trending the damage. Oh my Venus!
Oh.
Riku secures the kill after the Pinnacle Ninja by Sasha Jago was used to help take down the Queen. That's a man advantage for TNC, but they didn't move fast enough. Wise secures her second turtle.
Sharp rotation there by Blacklist International, immediately responding to the threat at hand in the mid lane. TNC still has not secured the turtles. Turtle 3 might be a big one. Usually we see a big team fight, but again, TNC doesn't need to go face Blacklist International head on, and they're playing it relatively safe. Still a very close game, knowing the fact that they can't, or it's difficult for them to win big team fights, but they're going to try one here in mid.
Yeah.
Saksha lets out Numa, Soul Reap the minions away, and they force out a Cult Altar. So I'm guessing this is part one of a long-term plan for TNC in team fights.
Yeah, TNC seems to be very happy to just, bait out these plays. They're not minding the objectives as much. They want to force Blacklist to fight them head on. And basically, they do have a lot of firepower, especially on Demon Numa mode, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, at some point, Ninja Killer will have to sacrifice his gold lane tower because, again, the tendency is, at this point, there will be a dive onto the lane of the gold. Wait,
Look at Saksha. He was so close, so close. Oh my Venus, just barely saving Yue. So this is just but, a teaser of what might the mid to the late game be for this Hanzo.
As I was saying earlier, Ninja Killer now in TNC going for the bot lane.
Down bottom, Escalera helping put pressure. Here comes Yue. And oh my Venus supporting their rookie in the gold lane. Super Red pushing back TNC. No engages just yet. Look at Escalera. He's waiting for his ult. No flicker. TNC back off.
I gotta say, this is actually a lot better for Blacklist to have an Estes. It's like a crutch here for Super Red, considering that Super Red didn't really have the best day yesterday, right? This time around, as long as Oh My Venus is nearby, right? Like he can play a little bit more risky.
It's a crutch at best, an enabler at worst. So you have two ways to go, and so far, Black is winning. They're up by 500 gold, and they've won all turtles.
Yeah, but again, it's incredibly impressive how TNC has kept it close. Let's see if they can get their first turtle of the game, or will it be a third one for Blacklist?
Huge Ube here.
Man.
TNC aren't even going to try. They know they can't. Renegade anchoring down mid as Wise takes the final turtle for Blacklist.
So what's the play here for TNC, right? How do you attack a lineup like this from Blacklist, considering that they're actually pretty good even if they're grouped up?
Yeah, it seems like they're going to be going for the counter punch with how they're playing. They're trying to get their pickoffs, as you see here, with Sasa Jago duking it out with Renegade in the mid lane. And that's just what we'll see. Ninja Killer loses his tower as expected. Renegade, will he lose his life? No.
Oh, Renegade seems like ready to fight back right there. And Wise kind of playing a little bit with fire here alongside US. Seems like very confident.
I just realized when you look at the lineup of TNC, they're not really just like a Faramis or Estes, but they have individual abilities for second chances in team fights, like resets for their own heroes that they can continue fighting.
Redemption.team.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Is that a trademark now?
So a lot of room for error, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of room of error, exactly. It's a very forgiving lineup on the side of TNC.
And they can keep playing like this over and over again because they got the Claude, I guess, right?
Yeah, as this game goes on, we're understanding even more. Like, it really feels like TNC crafted this lineup specifically for the Uube.
Oh, look at this. Riku caught out by the Hitman. And that's mission accomplished. Escalera looking for the punish. Renegade still obliging Saksha, going into the back line, but Super Red will get some healing. The ult pop by Oh My Venus. Escalera goes down. Super Red takes him down. But now, look, top and bottom, getting worked on by Ninja Killer and Cram.
I have to say, are you guys noticing how resilient this lineup is? Not just because of the Estes, right? Renegade himself played that on his own.
Yeah.
And he just did that all with mechanics.
Yeah.
Hitman thinks.
That's what we were talking
Just
about.
Hitman
That's
things.
what we were setting up earlier about the Hitman with the things that they were doing. But the counter of TNC was tremendous as well. Their signature, at this point, honestly, double pincer maneuver in the side lanes, opening up the rest of the map, even though they lost double in the mid lane.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, it is actually
Right?
worth it, right? It's pretty smart. And TNC also kind of adapting, considering that, you know what, we can't take him on a 5v5 fight, right? Let's try to split up a little bit. Try to see if what's going to be the answer?
And that's why it's so close. But wait, here's a pull-in by Escalera, forcing out a called altar from Yue. They take down Y. Sasha gets the kill. Blazing Duet coming in from Ninja Killer, and they're still going. Oh, Lord, Super Red. No more extra chances. Super Red takes down Riku, and gets a double. Ninja Killer gets killed himself. Now it's just Sasha here in Escalera. Where's Cram? Watch him. It's Cram time. He's going 2v1. Takes down the Queen. Now it's him versus Yue, and they continue. It's now him versus Super Red and Yue. They're still going. Here comes Hitman. Cram is going to sacrifice himself. Fakes it out. Whoa! Outplaying Super Red. Almost. Not today, says Blacklist rookie, as Super Red wins down bot.
He can barely breathe in that fight. Like, who's going to go down? Is he going to go to the tower? Oh, my goodness. That was a great trade-off. And so far, though, Blacklist seems to have still gotten at least a fair trade in that last engage.
The Lord. Who's going to get this Lord is the first one of the game.
It's pretty close.
Oh, look at this. Renegade in trouble. Gets caught out by Sasha's Numa. That's a Pinnacle Ninja put out, but it was all just a distraction. As Wise takes the Lord. Escalera very low, taken down by Super Red.
Sasha
is feeling it. Down goes Sasha as well. It's a double kill for Super Red. He's on fire.
He ran out the timer on the Demon Numa. That's unfortunate.
Spent a little bit too long there. Ended up getting closer to the fight than he would have liked. And just like that, Blacklist in control. You've talked about resilience, Rockhart. Both teams showing a lot of resilience. And despite the Lord being resilient on its own, now Wise holds the most Lord secured kills in MPL PH's history with 166.
A lot of milestones being broken here in our 11th season, I have to say. Definitely Wise, one of the kings of the jungle. He didn't get that for no reason. He got that nickname. He deserves it.
That's just the Philippine metaphor. I mean, we are meta breakers, we're innovators, and we're record breakers.
Yeah.
So that's Wise right here. And he secured 3 turtles and a Lord. And now the map is wide open for Blacklist. TNC looking for an answer. Oh, look at this. A pull-in by Escalera. Forcing out a cold altar. Here comes Ninja Killer with a blazing duet. Ninja Killer falls, though. It's Renegade. Super Red with a godlike kill. It's a double. Riku falls as well. And Wise in the back line taking out Sasha. Yue, the only casualty from Blacklist, taken down by Cram, and now the Hitman going 1v1.
Extendable.
Oh, get over here, young man. Oh,
gotta give you some beating.
He's breaking the base.
Wow.
He's gonna go for it. This is looking disastrous for TNC.
You just gotta give it to the Hitman. He knows how to play. He knows how to get things done. And very, very close.
Is it possible?
Oh, they defended!
The punish. That's 3 down from Blacklist International. Escalera with the miracle pull.
Resilience, Rockhart. Resilience. That's the key word for this game. TNC not giving up on the play. Just when they get wiped out, they got back just in time to take out 3 members of Blacklist, and now they're going to try and take down towers.
Oh, man. I have so many questions for that play, but it was like really, really close, so I can't really blame him for trying. But because of that, TNC looks like they are gonna do some map control of their own.
Oh, they're gonna have to regain control of the map here. They are only down to 2 inhibitors left. Meanwhile, 1 base turret available. Or all 3 base turrets available for Blacklist International. As you look at the items right now, comparing the gold laner Super Red, who's had a fantastic game, almost a 2,000 gold lead over the cloud of TNC. But as we've seen, Ninja Killer's damage is there. It's just the timing right now for TNC of when they engage and when they dish out all their abilities. If they dish it out at the wrong time, Blacklist International might just be able to heal through it yet again and fight against TNC.
So far, the fundamentals of TNC are looking still quite there. Their form is a lot better compared to yesterday, I can say that as much. Although right now, obviously, Blacklist have control.
Forced engage, Renegade already spending his ult. Now Sasha with the Pinnacle Ninja. Numa is out to play. Oh, it gets cancelled out almost immediately. And there's no way they're going to steal this Lord. Blacklist walks away with a major objective. Can TNC force the issue?
Chasing.
There's a pull onto the Queen. Oh, blazing duet by Ninja Killer. Force the BMI back out. Down goes Escalera. Ninja Killer very low. Another bravest fighter by Renegade. Look at the back line. Super Red almost got a few there. Now Cram in trouble. Cram time is over, says Super Red. TNC suffers 2 in that clash.
High risk there for TNC. Can they defend this yet again? Can they show off their resilience? This will be a tough one for them.
Yue with the flicker pull, putting Riku in harm's way. Now Ninja Killer just blasting away Sasha Jago as well, using his ult. Gonna be too much for Riku to survive. Super Red's onslaught. Now it's just 2 defenders. Here comes Escalera. Not over quite yet. TNC still breathing.
I really love that Ninja Killer just really kept it in, right? He just casted, he just hit some attacks and then backed off, waited for the rest of the team. Resilience and patience shown by TNC here.
Oh,
there's a pull by Escalera. Ninja Killer very low. Renegade, a one-man siege. He's going in, forces a flicker out from several members. Now TNC, the defense of a lifetime, they're still here. They have one last inhibitor.
A tough one for TNC. They've held on, but right now things are close. It could have been worse in terms of the gold lead, but TNC, seems like BLACKLIST International have completely recalibrated their game to just counter TNC over and over again.
Yeah, I think we found where BLACKLIST is more comfortable here. This lineup, everyone is just a very clean cog in a machine, and it's working out in so much in their favor, even though sometimes they would slip up a little bit, even though TNC capitalizes sometimes. I mean, BLACKLIST just knows how to bounce back in those small errors.
Oh man, BLACKLIST International, seems like the sustain has not fallen off. It fell off somewhat in the mid game, and then suddenly it's just full sustain. But also kudos to this young man, Super Red. After a difficult day number 1 with an 11-1-2 scoreline, not just playing around well with his teammates, but he's had individual highlights by himself as well to really show off, and now he's really living up to that super name. And he is having a super game.
It is a super game. That was what I was going to say. And it's impressive, even though the team fights get so scrappy, Super Red seems to be always in a place where he is safe. His positioning in this game has been on point.
Yeah, a night and day performance for this young man.
That's awareness. That's just understanding of what your team needs and what you need to do at that time.
This is like night and day from yesterday.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, it's a traditional setup for the Lord takes Sasha.
Oh,
Sasha, man.
Whoa! The damage still following him.
That's just the damage that BLACKLIST now has earned in the 16-minute mark. This Lord here, the 3rd Lord of the game, it's Luminous but not evolved. So still possibly game-ending, but if TNC plays this right, they still could be in this. Now Cram buying time in mid.
Yeah, Cram's trying to get something done. At this point, TNC, they can go for like a pincer-like maneuver with Cram in the back.
They're trying it, but Cram has to be careful. Really needs to time his entry.
Renegade in the back.
Lord very low. Renegade as well. He still has that immortality. Look at Lord. Look at Cram, but Wise is going to secure it nonetheless. All 5 members of BLACKLIST collapsing down on the Cram. And it's Escalera trying to find something there. Gets his immortality pop. Now it's his turn to pop a Super Red. Confirms a double kill. And it's a 3v5 with Lord marching in about 15 seconds from now. And Sasha, though, finds Yue a little too deep.
A little bit too deep indeed. BLACKLIST International still has the numbers game advantage, but without the Faramis. Oh no, Faramis was able to get back real quickly because of his passive. And now with the Lord, just like that, 5v3. A defense of a lifetime for TNC.
Still kind of walking on the mid. Now it's going to be a question whether or not TNC will have enough clear. Lilia is up. The Claude is up.
Cram
this
in 3.
Could be close.
Oh man, Lord, watch out. Riku forced out the black shoes. Ninja Killer early blazing duet. Look at the damage that Super Red puts on the table. Pinnacle Ninja set in. Wise taken down already. Cult Altar helping them sustain and stay long enough to take down the base.